All right.
Remember all those times that we shared in our homeland of Hawaii. Holding your hand in the sense of your hair brings the memory.
Yes. Yes, baby.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
That's me in my living room. Little lefty football angel blessed us with his football yesterday. What a day it was. Kick Adam Gase's ass. Get a peek into the future. Hurricanes get themselves a win. Braves blow a 3-1 lead. What a weekend, Leroy. Sans pants.
Sans pants. Both
It's a double victory
both
Monday.
championship series went 7 games.
Yep. And the right teams won in both of them.
Yeah.
The Rays kicking out those cheating Astros, and the Dodgers eliminating those highfalutin Braves. Haven't heard. Hey, by the way, haven't heard
some years.
Haven't heard
since they won.
haven't heard a peep from the Braves fans.
Did you throw some chum out there?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ronald Acuna, where you at, Ronald? What's the matter? Your thumbs need a break all of a sudden? Nothing to say?
Hey, Tua got some time. You think he could hit up Shania?
Oh man, she was probably watching yesterday. Great game,
Really?
Tua. Thanks, Shania.
Really?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, people are sending me, Leroy, videos of their children in the stands, and fathers and sons, fathers and daughters. They're gonna remember this day of you were there to see Tua's first action. You know, so one day when he enters the Ring of Honor at Hard Rock Stadium, 20 years down the line, they can say you were there for his first game. You were there.
Yeah.
Texter writes in, Braves fan here, Tobin. It's simple. We eliminated you, chum. Better season for us. Better outlook on the future. Still love your shenanigans, though. Here's the thing, though, bro.
No. You read that wrong.
Here's the thing, though, bro. Here's the thing. You're the first team in history, to not only blow a 3-1 lead, but a 2-0 lead. So, in reality, you have one of the most embarrassing seasons in history. So I would have to say you didn't have a better season than the Marlins. You got a better series than the Marlins at one point. But the truth of it is you're still a bunch of hot dog and prima donnas, and you choke artists. And so if you take some solace in you had a better season than the Marlins, you know, the piddly little Marlins who had to patch together the little Rona squad, if that's what you want to live off of, fine. But really what it is you're second banana. You'll always be second banana. Continue to count those meaningless NL East trophies, and that's it. You know, cry in your little tomahawk pajamas tonight.
Hey, somebody said Dr. Seuss. Horton hears a who. That's I mean what I say. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. Like, it seems like it should be a or something.
But there's also another good thing that happened over the weekend, and that is Ryan Tannehill coming through for the Dolphins and helping out that draft pick.
Shout out to Ryan Tannehill, the first meaningful win he's ever gotten for the Dolphins.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, God, that's true.
Wow.
Did you guys ever think that Ryan Tannehill would be an elite jockey, just riding Derrick Henry to all this success?
Dude, he threw for 360 yards.
Yeah, that's because nobody could put any pressure on him because they had to stop that giant rhinoceros in the backfield.
But by the way, in case you're wondering, that's kind of how offense works, except for the Browns, who have the best running game in the league, and their quarterback still throws to the other team. You can't be that good at running the football and not have wide open guys, right? Like it just every time we see a game, a quarterback throws it for 40 times. what is the first thing they say? Well, he can't keep doing this. They need to develop some type of running game, right? The Browns have that. Now what?
Get a quarterback who doesn't get outrun by a fat cop.
Oh,
Alleged fat cop, I should say.
Yeah, alleged. Somebody just said he got recruited to go to TCU.
yeah, he was in the same linebacking crew at Tulsa with Dr. Phil.
What are you doing? You can't outrun me. Oh, gosh.
But by the way, did you guys see the whole controversy with that Houston game? Not controversy like, that as they got screwed or anything, but Romeo Crennel going for 2.
I was actually watching it live. Rich Gannon was laying into him because he decided to go for 2, put him up 9 instead of just kicking the extra point to put him up 8. And then he busting out the card. He goes, every coach has this. And they go to Rich Gannon and it's the 2-point conversion card. And everybody knows you go up 8. If you're up 7, you kick the extra point to go up 8 to go win the game. And so they ended up trying to go for 2 to put it up 9, win the game there. They didn't. And so Tennessee went the length of the field. They tied the game, went to overtime, won in a coin toss, and then won in overtime. But I guess, and he goes, I'm tired of these analytics people ruining the sport when you should just go with pure logic.
Well, he just said both things. Right? Because here, there's a theory that the home team goes for 2 and for the win. And if you're a visitor, you kick the field goal or you kick the extra point and go into overtime. That's been a standard thing. Mm-hmm. And I've been a part of it both ways. But I will say this. Nobody understands where your team is during that game than your coach. And if the coach had an idea that our defense isn't stopping anybody, then the one way to end it all is with your best unit on the field, you try to win the game. There's no book for that. There's no book knowing what your team can and can't do. When you kick the extra point and go up 8, you're still making a boatload of assumptions. So you're taking that same 2-point play. Here, let me ask you this. If you are the Houston Texans, who is the strength of your team?
The offense.
So if I tell you at the end of a game, you have one of 2 choices. You can have our offense try to get 2 to win the game, or our defense to stop their offense for the 2 points. Who are you going with? You're going to go with your offense.
I guess.
Now, this probably doesn't mean anything. I'm just reading this. I'm just reading stats. I'm not taking a side here. But it said had they converted that 2-point conversion, it would have put the win probability rate at 99.3%. However, if they kick the extra point, it's still a 98.3 win probability.
Right. All of which you don't have. You think he's sitting on the sideline with those numbers?
Oh, Crennel?
Yeah.
73 years old.
73 years old now.
Right. So my question is that's how I looked at it. Do I want the strength of my team to go win the game, or do I want the strength of their team on the field to win the game?
I'm actually a little surprised that Tennessee didn't just go for it after scoring the touchdown to bring him within 1. Why not just go for the win? Give it to Derrick Henry. He relied on a coin toss. It's scary.
True.
That's where Leroy's theory comes in, that they were at home, so you kick the extra point.
Right. Exactly.
No fans, though. It's
they have some. They have some.
Not a true home field advantage.
It doesn't matter. You can't get mad at a coach for taking the same situation and trying to control his own destiny. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at him. I'm just saying that he got lambasted on the broadcast for it.
By Rich Gannon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Chris Sims, after the game, Chris Sims, your favorite, was ripping into him too, but I think that was kind of playing the result that he didn't get it.
Exactly.
Chris Sims can go to hell.
Yep.
You know we
I
love
don't
that.
like here. They're 0-5. They're trying to win a game.
Wait, they have a win. They beat Jacksonville last week.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
I'm sorry.
one
That's
and 4.
right. They're 1-4.
They were 1 and 3. Yesterday.
You have an opportunity to put the game out of reach, or you can play the numbers game, and the numbers have not been in your favor. You've shown during the course of that game you can't stop Tennessee. Mm-hmm. So the way you stop Tennessee is make them have to score twice.
Well, you would. I mean, if you just kicked the extra point, you technically would have had to make them score twice, though.
No, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Would have put them up 8. If they would have just.
But that's what I'm saying.
If they would have just.
That's still considered one score.
I get. Well,
If you're within 8 points, it's one score, Tobin.
I understand, but they have to. They literally have to go and score twice, though. They have to do it on a 2-point conversion.
No, it's
Yeah.
considered one score.
Nah, you're wrong there, dude.
Oh my goodness!
You have to get in the end zone. You'd have to get in the end zone twice.
You have lost your rabbit ass mind.
No, it's perfectly logical. If you have to get in the end zone
So now
twice, that's
8
2 scores.
So technically, every touchdown and extra point is 2 scores.
Technically,
Well, the
but
extra-
everybody,
I'm
but
not-
the extra point, the extra points.
Robbie,
Is the
nothing? You have nothing to say
No,
about this craziness?
the extra point, you don't have to get in the end zone. To what Tobin's saying is, if
Yeah.
you have to get in the end
Oh
zone.
my
It's
goodness.
2 scores.
Oh my goodness.
It's 2 scores.
I stop. Stop.
What?
You gotta be bleeping kidding me. And the fact that Robbie is on board with this nonsense is crazy.
What-
8
hold on.
points is 1 score.
If you as a running back, Leroy, if you got in the end zone twice on a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, you wouldn't look upon that as you scored
Hold on.
twice.
Can I correct something? I have it backwards. I'm correct. I just thought about it too.
What?
The visiting team goes for 2. The home team goes for 1.
Okay, but answer my question. Don't avoid this. If you, Leroy Horde, have a
not
game,
even.
if you have a game where you score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, is that now looked upon as 2 scores in your own record book?
No, it's 1 score.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't
It's
count
a
it.
touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Interesting.
1 score. And the fact that you said they still had to score twice.
So if Randy Moss scores a touchdown, puts you guys down 1, but you punched in the 2-point conversion, who had the game-winning score?
By the way.
Hold on.
Texters-
Don't avoid my
Texters-
question. Don't avoid my
Texters-
question.
I know it's 1 score. Tobin is being Tobin. You don't have to keep texting me.
Answer my question.
What?
If Randy Moss catches a touchdown and
Yeah.
puts you guys down 1, and you guys decide to go for it, go for the win, and you punch it in for the 2-point conversion, who had the game-winning score? You didn't share it. You had the game-winning score.
It's
the
one
touchdown
possession.
did.
It's 1 possession game, but it is a 2-score game. But it is 1 possession.
No. Oh my God, you guys are killing me. Robbie, I never thought I'd say this, right? But now I want to drive all the way to. See, I expect this from Tobin, right? I've learned how to deal with it, right? I deal with it on the way to the airport. I deal with it in other states. I deal with it all the time. So I'm accustomed to this, right? But you, a gambler, okay? This is unacceptable.
Even more as a gambler, I see 2 scores as a gambler.
Oh my goodness.
That's it.
He's really. Dude,
That's multiple conversions.
if
do you
have to
realize, Robbie, you just got?
2 trips to the end
There's
zone.
no way in hell Tobin thinks that's 2 scores. And you fell for it.
No, it is 2 scores. It's 1 possession. It's a 1-possession game, but it's 2 scores.
Well, what is a 1 possession game?
The only difference between an 8 points and 14 is that you don't have to make a defensive stop to get the ball back for your second score.
Yeah, like technically.
I'm telling you, no.
Hold on.
No more talk about
listen,
this.
No,
nonsense.
look, you can put a team. You can put it. Look, technically, a 2-score game is a 6-point game because you're gonna get 2 field
Can I
goals.
just tell you, Robbie, you are hanging on to Tobin like those testicles hanging off.
Whoa.
Whoa!
I'm just saying.
I'm just no, Leroy.
Wait. Oh, wait.
It's all a matter.
Hold on.
It's
Here,
all a
we
matter.
got more jackasses.
Leroy, it's all a
2
matter.
separate plays, so it's 2 scores.
Yeah, it's all a matter of perspective. If you have 2 field goals, that's technically a 2-score game.
Oh, dump.
You dumped that?
Yeah, that was borderline.
It's
Too nice. But you got the very proper Amber. Oh, dump.
Yes.
Not like the. Not
So
like
he was
the.
he was a passive dump.
Yeah. Leroy, if you're down 2 field goals, that's a 2-score game.
Correct.
Okay. So,
No,
but
if you're down 2 field goals, it's a 1-score game. Touchdown.
wrong. It's all a matter of perspective. If I get there by 2 field goals, samesies.
It's still a 1-score game.
Well, if you're back,
Even if you score twice, it's a 1-score game.
Some people like Tony.
Anything 7 or 8 points is considered a 1-score game. I'm not listening to you clowns any longer on this. You're ridiculous.
I mean, Tony Sperano, but may he rest in peace, he would see a 6-point deficit as a 2-score game.
Yep.
Robbie, what are you doing? You bet on this.
Yeah.
Which means you don't cash your chips until you're fully scored up.
Never count the chickens.
There's nothing worse than me watching a football game and I'll send a text going, "Whoo, boys look good," and Robbie replies with a little chicken. Just no explanation.
I love that emoji exists. The little chicken coming out of the egg.
What is this? So an 18-point lead would be a 4-score game. Why are you doing it?
4 scored 7 years ago.
Do you even know how long ago that was, Robbie?
A lot of people on my side on this.
No, they're not.
A lot of people on my side.
Somebody said, "Robbie, stop with the BS for real." Wait, right after take the L. I'm not.
Tobin has never been more right in reference to the score conversation. Agreed.
You just made really. You
Give
think
Rob-
you have to read it because he put you. First of
Rob-
all, I'm gonna tell you, you guys are all idiots.
Give Robbie a-
16-point game. 16-point game is a 2-score game.
Well, you have to get multiple 2-point conversions.
Yeah,
It's still a 2-score game.
It's more of a 4-point. It's more of a 4-score game. Although technically, it could also be a 3-score game because you could get 2 touchdowns and a field goal, Robbie.
Ah, yes.
So it could go either way.
Yeah.
I mean, a 16-point
The
game.
announcers literally say 1-possession game,
I mean, look, a 60-point
not
is
1-score game.
if you say
Well, no. Like, listen, I'll meet you at 1 possession, but that's not 1 score.
Somebody said a 3-point deficit is a 2-score game as well. All you need is 2 safeties to win.
Not wrong. We'll teach you football. We're teaching you.
I'm
We'll
gonna
get
have
it
to
one.
go on a power walk
whoa,
with you guys.
Liam Neeson.
When you texted that he was going in, I was like so excited. I was like, "Ooh, if he says he's going in, he's really going in."
Oh no, you know. I'm gonna tell you right now. You know when the guy's going in.
It was such a nice. It was just such a nice little sprinkle on top of that ass-kicking Sunday they gave to the Jets.
You know what I would say? I would say watching him play, just like, and watching him make decisions and watching him, like, it was cool to watch. You know?
Plus, he's got it.
No, you can't tell.
Nah, you can
Stop,
tell.
stop.
Nah, dude, come on, you can tell. You can tell.
This is what I mean about
How
your
good?
blind.
Some zip.
No. The little zip on that ball.
You
Come
can
on.
tell.
You can tell. Come on. Dilfer was right. Just say it.
Dilfer was right.
Dilfer was right.
Okay.
Dilfer was right. Old TD. You cannot lose games in the NFL and still win. He nailed it with this one. All the way back, Trent Dilfer.
All right. If you say so.
Who did Trent Dilfer say he was going to be better than? Marino and Steve Young?
No, we didn't say that.
Did say it was
Said
better.
that. I think he said that.
Aaron Rodgers. I think he threw his name.
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I think he said he's a better thrower of the football than Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Yesterday he was.
Yesterday he was. Woo.
What the hell happened to that?
Yeah, they needed to get Aaron Rodgers off with Jake to say, hey, we need to take a break here for a minute.
Hey, Jake should have ran on the field and say, "I got this. I got you covered."
Need you out of here for a second.
They wasn't blocking nobody.
Are you liking the double football today, Leroy? We got 5 o'clock Bills and
4:30.
Chiefs.
Well,
Yeah, happy hour football. First time ever.
Here's the issue. I'm going vote when my wife gets off work, so I might miss the first half.
All right, we'll
I
keep
don't
you.
know how long the lines are going to be.
If the Bills lose to the Chiefs, we're in business, baby. Playoff race is on.
Hey, can I just make a suggestion?
What?
Just win games. Everything else will take care of itself.
Nah, I know, but if they
don't
lose,
look at the
no. If they lose, well, first of all, it's a free scoreboard watch day because you TCB'd yesterday, so you get to watch today, carefree. You could just watch what the Bills are doing and be like, huh, all right.
And no matter what they do, you're still going to be 2 games behind because they beat you.
Yeah, but you have a game in hand. You have a game in hand, so you can even that up.
What are they? 4-1.
They're 4-1. They're 4-1.
4-1.
If they lose, they'll drop to 4-2, and they'll be 1 game ahead of the Dolphins.
So no, the Dolphins have played 6 games also, right?
Yes.
So
Yes,
how does a game?
Well, they have another game left to play
They have
against the
another
Bills.
game and they're going into the bye this week.
But for this week,
It's a temporary tiebreaker. They don't have the full control of the tiebreaker yet.
Yeah, you don't get a death grip until you beat us twice, and that ain't gonna happen.
okay, but that doesn't mean you have a game in hand. A game in hand means that one team has played more games than the other.
Now, game in hand means you have another game to go. You don't know sports terms.
No,
dude.
game in hand means the team that, say if one game has played 7 games, another team has played 6 games, the team that has 6 has a game in hand, right?
No, but in this case, we're not discussing pure record. We're talking about tie-break scenarios. So the Dolphins still have a game in hand to tie things up with the Bills.
That's not. Oh my god. Oh my god. What are you doing?
What?
You're just taking these rules and making them what you want them to mean.
Yeah.
That's not what a game in hand means.
No, typically games in hand mean you have more games to play than the opponent ahead of you.
Right, which is crazy
Right.
because you also have more opportunities to lose.
But that's normally a hockey term. In this term, game in hand means you have a tiebreaker, but you still have a game to even up that tiebreak.
So wouldn't the Bills have the game in hand because they're one up
No.
because they have the tiebreaker?
No. Because they currently have the tie. What do they need the game in hand for? They're already in the lead.
Regardless of what happens, the Dolphins will be at worst 2 games back.
No. You want them to walk in with into this bye
Regardless
week.
of what happens,
Little
the
pep in their step.
The best case scenario for the Dolphins is they're 2 games down after this game because they don't own the tiebreaker.
No, but there's a game in hand. You keep forgetting that though.
Yeah, the tiebreaker. It's not. The tiebreaker's not locked in stone. They can still steal it back. I think Leroy just pooted himself.
He's sipping on his White Claw or whatever the hell that is.
It's not white, dude. Now you made me an alcoholic.
Leroy's getting White Claw wasted.
What is that? What do you got? Some ginseng or something like that?
Celsius.
Oh,
Celsius.
of course. Yeah, man. So it was great. I just say if the Bills lose tonight, though, you have a little pep in your step in the bye week. Closing the gap.
It should be mentioned that the Bills are going to get a free win next week that the Dolphins just picked up because the Bills play the Jets next week while the Dolphins are at home.
Now we're bringing it closer to reality.
Let's see, though. Let's see. If we look at the Bills' schedule, if we dive into it a little bit more. But then after that, Robbie, then they got Patriots. That's a wash. Then they got the Seahawks at Cardinals, taking on the Chargers.
Ooh, okay.
At 49ers, the Dolphins beat down the 49ers, but maybe the 49ers are more confident in themselves then.
You see them
They
last
played
night?
good yesterday.
They bounced back.
They take on that ingrate Minka Fitzpatrick in the Steelers. And then they're in the legal air in Denver.
Oh,
It's not easy sledding for the Bills, Robbie.
I mean,
The Dolphins got most of
the Dolphins play the same schedule.
Yeah, but they got most of their gauntlet out of the way. See, the Dolphins, they're on the way down the hill. Bills still got to climb up the hill.
yeah. The Dolphins already played the Seahawks.
Yep. The biggest challenge that they have left is hosting the Chiefs. But it's at home. They got this.
Maybe Patrick Mahomes out partying the night before in South
Yeah,
Beach.
maybe they have a nice little. There's some Chiefs sex boat or something going on.
Oh, really?
Because if we were to recalibrate, that's a win, that's a loss.
Hey,
If we were,
he has backed himself into a corner that he has to act right. Because if he goes anywhere, right, you know there's going to be pictures.
Oh,
it wasn't me.
Le'Veon Bell will sure be partying in South Beach.
For sure. For sure. But if we were to recalibrate, that's a win, that's a loss. Like hosting the Rams, like the Rams just got their ass kicked by the team. The Dolphins kicked their ass. I mean, that I'm not playing that's a win, that's a loss. But if I were, I definitely would chalk that up as a win. Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, they've come back to earth a little bit. I mean, old handsome Kingsbury. We'll see what they do tonight, but I mean, I got no reason to think that's not a win for the Dolphins. Then you have the draft bowl. The Dolphins are going to play with pride that game against Justin Herbert.
Oh,
show them what's what. They're going to show up for their guy Tua, and then you go to illegal air, but you don't go to it at the harshness of winter. You still pre-Thanksgiving, so everybody knows that a pre-Thanksgiving illegal air game not as tough as a post-illegal air game in Denver. Then you take on the Jets. That's a win.
Oh.
Bengals. That's a win.
Yep.
Chiefs. A tough one. I give you tough one, but maybe the Chiefs are sitting fat and sassy at that point. You get them with their guard down a little bit. Then you have the Patriots. They suck. Raiders. Who knows? Is still a wild card. So it's not the easiest schedule in the world, but it's also not the hardest, and not as hard as the Bills.
And then Week 17 for all the marbles could be against the Bills.
Yep. With the game in hand.
They could take the division and take the tiebreaker.
You idiots actually had me thinking it out in my head for a second.
You were playing the game, weren't you?
Wait a minute.
You were. Yeah, they're still in. They're in this thing.
No, I'm talking about the game in hand part of it.
Leroy, basically what you have to look upon this as, this is a 10-game season, okay? Because you've gotten through the first 6 weeks, the gauntlet of the first 6 weeks. You've gone through it unscathed. Even Steven. All right? So you have
Even Steven.
Even Steven, 3-3. So you have to look upon these 10 games as a sprint to the, almost like the Marlins, a sprint to the finish.
So you think 7-3?
I think 7-3 could get it done.
Yeah, and there's an extra playoff spot this year. There's an extra wild card spot.
And now we have the wild card factor. Tua's got his feet wet, so if Ryan Fitzpatrick ever turns into a pumpkin, then you have a glass slipper to slip on, and all of a sudden, boom, you're back to Cinderella.
What are you doing? That doesn't even... That's not how that works.
Yeah, it goes on the left foot because Tua's lefty. You get Flo with the fairy godmother wings.
Yeah, I'm more than sure he'd appreciate you saying he's got on the fairy godmother wings.
Sounds like I'm going to get to photoshopping after the show today.
Hey, there's no school today, right?
Are you gonna? Let me ask you something. Are you gonna enjoy your Cleveland television hit a lot more than today's radio show because you're gonna talk some serious football?
Probably not, because I have to keep it real.
I mean, aren't the Browns kind of in the situation with the Steelers at this right now? I mean, they have a game in hand with the Steelers. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
They just got their asses kicked by.
But they have another chance.
Yeah, but the Dolphins got their ass kicked by the Bills. So just mention that. Listen, it's not a big deal because the Browns still have a game in hand.
Really, it'll be my last time I ever go on this that television show. Right, the last time.
You're home for Cleveland news and sports. Channel 4, The Land. Now we go to beloved former Browns running back Leroy Horde with a breakdown of yesterday's game. Leroy, what do you have to say? Pretty downtrodden after, you would say, in Browns land after that butt kicking.
No, we got a game in hand. Let's go to weather. Like, that's how quick. That's how quick it would happen.
Oh man, is there anywhere I can watch this?
Are you why are you sabotaging me? You don't want me to have no success. You just like, go ahead, tell him it'll be okay.
2 scores. Browns lost by a lot of scores yesterday.
Yeah, 38-7. Wait, think about this, right? I'm just looking at the stat line. You ready? If I told you Ben Roethlisberger was 14-22 for 162 yards and 1 touchdown, what would you think? That he got sacked like 8 times, right? It was terrible. No, they won by 31.
Texture had said, Tobin lost me, then had me, then lost me again within 6 minutes.
Oh, no, don't worry. Don't worry. Like, holy smokes. Every day.
We'll be back after this.